Hello friends, welcome to Toy Cafe. I am your host, and in this video we have a miniature dollhouse bedroom that I made completely from scratch. I've designed all of the pieces of furniture and decorated the room all myself. So let's have a look at that and I'll show you what I did. So we're going to start out with another drawing. This drawing doesn't look like much right now because what I actually did is draw out all of the pieces that I need. So instead of having a finished picture, I have a picture of all the parts. And what I'm doing is that I'm attaching the pieces of paper to wood veneer, that's very thin wood. And I'm going to be sandwiching that between two pieces of cardstock. And so what we get is a sort of a hybrid material where it's a layer of paper, a layer of wood, and a layer of paper. And it comes out really nice because it gives you a nice finish, but it's also pretty strong, so that helps out a lot too. So here we are. Got all my pieces cut out of the wood, and now I'm setting them up on the cardstock, double-sided, and now we're going to assemble them. So this whole room came together when my best friend Darling Dolls, she saw this bunk bed she thought was adorable and really fun looking, and I thought it'd be really fun to make something like that, so I started making the bunk bed, and it's actually a bed on top and a desk underneath, so not an actual bunk bed, but same idea, with a pair of steps up the side the steps are drawers too. So yeah, I thought that was neat, so I decided to make that, and it ended up making a whole room to go along with it. So yeah, lots of fun. So now we're adding in our steps, and you'll see lots of pieces of bare wood. I use just plain wood as spacers and shapes to go behind things a lot, but a lot of times everything has to be covered with paper to give it a nice finish. So that's a spacer that I use. That's going to be covered up with the door, so you won't see that at all. There we go. And that's going to be our little drawer bank, and get our countertop in there. The countertop is actually 3 or 4 layers of the same stuff. More paper and wood, and I just put some paper along the edge to give it a nice finished look. Came out pretty nice, I think. Some little beads for knobs. These are kind of big knobs, but I thought it would be a children's room, so you know, it's a little bit more whimsical, a little more fun. So great big honking knobs. And of course, if there's a desk, we need a chair, and so I'm using this piece of plywood as a bending ruler for my wire, and I'm using that to bend my chair into shape. It's going to be a bent rod chair, I believe they call it, where it's just a single rod that's been bent into shape and then sheared off, and usually in the real chairs they're welded together, but I don't have any welding gear, so I just glued them together. Worked out pretty well. Yeah, and I'm just using the piece of wood as a fulcrum to bend against so that I can get nice crisp bends in my chair. Here it wants to come off my jig a little bit. But otherwise you get nice crisp bends that look like they look like the real thing, like they've been done on a machine. With a nice sharp edge there. And those overlaps I just trimmed, and there's the frame of our chair. And we'll add in the seat and the back as well. And the back will hold those two end bits together, so it looks nice. Get the mattress in there. The mattress is just some material, some fluff, and some ribbon to make it look like it has satin sheets. This child's bed is very fancy. Only the best for our make-believe child. And now I'm building a little dresser, and the dresser I want it to be a little bit different too, since the bed and the desk are so different. So I came up with this design almost on my own. I got a few ideas from online, but it's got a door on one side and 3 drawers on the other. I thought that would be fun. A fun shape. And everything's inset in the outside, and I wanted the legs to be special, so instead of just gluing some beads on, I drilled some holes at an angle and put little pieces of wire in there to try to give it a look like some furniture from the 50s. Maybe modern furniture with a retro look. They call that turn of the century style furniture, because it's from the 50s, you know. Not turn of the century, mid-century, I'm sorry. Talking about things I don't know about. Yeah, mid-century furniture. Yeah, I thought that looked nice, kind of fit with the whole decor. And since I got a dresser and a bed, I need the rest of the room, of course, so that's us putting that together. And if it's a room, it needs a window, so we're putting the window in. I'm putting the window in the short wall. Usually we put the window in the big long wall, but the bed is taking up most of that space, so we're putting it in the short wall this time. There's a nice little window, just wood, paper, a little veneer, some clear plastic, and it comes together nice. The basis for the wall is just foam board, and the wallpaper and the floor carpet pattern are just patterns I found online and printed off. And I think this is a room of a little girl who kind of goes against the grain because she's got that sort of punk heart wallpaper on one wall, and it's really dark. Yeah, I think that'd be fun. Really spice up a room, especially if you're a kid. You can have something really fun and wild. And then we're going to put some lights in as well. I had a few extra lights hanging around, so I thought I'd put them in. And you can actually drill foam board really nicely if you're careful, if you go at it from both sides. And if we have a desk, we need a desk lamp as well. So let's add a hole for that wire. In the kits, this would all be drilled beforehand, but because I'm making it myself, I'd wait until everything's in place to drill it. That way I only have to drill one hole and I can go through all the materials, and it saves me trying to have to line up a hole. So there's the desk lamp, just a couple of beads and some bent wire. We'll add some books to that little bookshelf in there, make it look like she's working on something, maybe doing her homework or reading for fun. And of course, always remember to get your hand right in the way so nobody can see anything. That works out best. There we go. Get that hand moving. Get the rest of those books in there. Try to straighten up that lamp a little bit. Some more books. This child really likes to read. That's good. And there's a little pencil. Yeah, that little pencil, I made that from a toothpick and some paint and a very careful painting. And I think it looks good, but it might be a little bit too large to be a nice pencil. Yeah, there's another one. It's kind of big, I think. Maybe too big for the room, but I think it looks good as a pencil by itself. We gotta populate the dresser as well, so we got some bottles in there. And some nail polish as well. I felt very hands-on this time. I'm using my hands sometimes, using the tweezers other times. You can always use just whatever feels best to you. As long as you're not wrecking anything, you're fine to use your fingers. I think the little girl that lives in this room is very neat and tidy. She even puts her candy in little bottles, and everything's nice and neat except for her necklace, but even that's been put away for the most part. And I get another little flower lamp up there. I like these. I like it when you can just drill out a bead and put the LED right inside. I think they make some of the most fun, whimsical lamps. Maybe not the most practical, but who needs practical when you're a kid? Fun is where it's at. We get the curtains on there. They don't want to stick. And we'll fill up the rest of the room with a few more knickknacks. Get some boxes in there. The slippers, of course, right at the bottom of the stairs. As soon as she comes out of bed, goes down the stairs, puts on her slippers. Some more material in her box there. Another shopping bag. Loves shopping, this one. And a huge teddy bear. Almost too big for the bed. And there's our little bent chair. There we go. Yeah, so I think this is the room of a little girl, maybe a little bit of an older little girl. And she's a little bit rebellious, has a real love for bold colors, and likes to have fun, but she reads and studies too, works hard. She does everything hard. She plays hard, she works hard, studies hard. Yeah. Really fun little person to know. Yeah, see a detail that desk up there. A little more necklaces on the boxes too. Added those in after. And you can see the wires poking in through the back of the wall there. It didn't make them very neat. I usually leave them just hanging out. Yeah, I want to build little doll houses, not wire houses. But it all comes as a part of the hobby, so... Yeah, I really like this room. I thought it was simple but fun. Something really put a smile on your face. So I hope you enjoyed that. And if you did enjoy that, I would like you to consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the little bell icon so you know whenever I put up a new video. And if you really like the video and you want to help support me and so I can make more videos, down at the bottom in the description are some Amazon links. Click on one of those and you can buy some of the supplies that I use to make this, or you can buy anything at all and Amazon will kick back a few dollars to me and I'll use that to make some more videos for you guys. But in the meantime, I just want to say thanks for watching. Bye-bye.